Hey guys, what's going on? It's Politics and Life. We are doing just a fun podcast today. We're just talking about whatever daily news, what's going on in the world. And today I have two friends, Ruth and Squidman. How are you guys doing tonight?
Hello, everybody.
I'm good.
Good, good, good. So I do have a clip that I want to start off with the show. A very funny clip, and then we can react to it and talk about whatever after that. Sounds good?
All right.
Sounds excellent.
All
Yeah.
right. Here, let me see. All right, here it is.
Show you how the fucking moon landing was fucking bullshit because everyone's telling you I was fucking wrong. Showed me. Yeah, so fucking explain to me. Here you go. The guy's getting off the rocket ship. Who the fuck is filming him? Who's filming him? A guy. How'd the fucking guy get up there if this is the first guy that's supposed to be on the fucking moon? A different rocket ship? I don't know. So they sent the rocket shit up there. He got off and he's like, all right, come on up now. I'm ready to fucking film. Are you fucking serious? Rocket ship? He's supposed to be the first guy on the moon. It's bullshit. The car. How the fuck did the car fit in that rocket ship? Look, how did that car fit in the rocket ship? I don't know. Okay, right. More bullshit. Then the guy's floating around with a big fucking cord to his stomach, and they're telling you that's his fucking life support. What's it give? Was it fucking feeding him through the fucking tube like a baby? They're bouncing around.
I guess what I thought this was gonna be is a clip of him kind of going off on a woke moment. I guess I should have listened to it first. I saw the clip and I was like, oh, he's about to go off on some.
That is hysterical. I was alive when they had that landing on the moon.
What's your opinion on that?
Well, I'm laughing because it took us 50 years or 60 years to think about where the camera come from.
Yeah, they haven't really ever provided like some serious proof, or have they?
It's not like I really cared. I mean, I was a kid. We watched it on our little 6-inch TV. You know, it was all really staticky and everything. I would have to say that all my life I kind of thought, I don't know if it's real or not, but it wasn't that big a deal. I didn't care.
Right.
But I always wondered if all the telescopes we have, how come they can't see it on the TV? I mean, with the telescope nowadays.
Right. Yeah.
That was always my question. But that's hysterical that it took people that long to realize that common sense.
Yeah. So is there anything you guys want to talk about in specific tonight?
I wasn't planning on it. What do you want to talk about?
Squidman, or I could start bringing up subjects. I got a few actually.
Well, I'll just straight up say this. When it came to the presidential debate, Trump didn't have to do anything to make Biden look stupid.
Oh, most definitely. Biden made himself look stupid. I mean, he couldn't even talk like at all. He's like, oh yeah, out of nowhere, we beat Medicare. Whatever that's supposed to mean.
And Trump's all like, I really have no idea what he just said, and I doubt even he knows what he just said.
Yes. What's your guys' opinion on the upcoming debate? Do you think it's going to happen? I don't. I think there's going to be a last-minute excuse where Kamala pulls out.
I mean, if Kamala does go through it, with it, she's going to get easily smoked.
Oh, most definitely.
She's not as sharp as tack in the toolbox.
She's retarded. I really believe that.
All she can do is answer word salad. They're going to memorize the questions, memorize her answers. She's going to try to do that. I'm speaking, trying to all sedity and stuff like that. But she's worthless.
Yeah, that's what they've been saying, that like ABC wasn't going to go along with her stupid rules where they wanted to like leave her mic on, and they said no, we're going to keep the original agreement, because exactly what you just said, she wants that I'm speaking moment, and she thinks that that's going to persuade people. Oh man, if she could say it to Trump, I'm speaking, then she's definitely qualified for president position.
Well, actually, one thing I would like to talk about is, honestly, I don't think our country can wait 3 months or however till he's actually sworn. Even when he wins, he's going to win legally. I know that 100%.
Yeah.
But even waiting all the way until he's sworn in, we are still having the hemorrhaging of the invasion at the border, and then they keep giving them money. I mean, it's got to be $2 million a day, just handouts. Here's your debit card. Here's this. We can't. I think it's a purposeful destruction of our country, just because they know they're going out, so they're just gonna hurt us as much as they can on the way out. That's what it feels like. And so on a show I watched today, I won't mention say any names, but he did a whole list of all the things that I call her Kamala scares us. Her whole list of issues she had before, and she's changing them on. And it's the border.
Oh,
and,
that's crazy. That's
one of them was not making people illegal anymore. Not saying that they were breaking a law, but it's only a misdemeanor. At least you gave that much. Did you change your position on all of it? My thing is, if we could somehow reach the White House, somebody, and get there and say, who is in charge right now? Somebody needs to address this invasion right now. You need to stop all these debit cards. It has to stop right now.
Yeah.
You know, if you're in charge and you support the wall, then close it right now. Sign the paper. And who's in charge? If you're not in charge and Kamala's in charge, then she has to take action. Somebody there is things that stop right now. You know, if you're in charge and you support the wall, then close it right now.
I was like, what's going on? Yeah, I agree. I mean, if she's gonna close the border and do all this good stuff for us, then why isn't she doing it right now? Why haven't they done anything the past 4 years? Because it's all talk. All they ever do is promise all this free shit months before an election, and then after the election, they go bye-bye for 3.5 years and then come by every other election. That's how it works for the Democrat Party. That's just what I see. What about you, Squidman? What about that?
I mean, I'm going to point some things out. You know the Ohio train derailment?
Yes, Palestine.
So sad.
Yeah, Biden, he never showed up, but Trump did show up.
Yeah, I think it was like, what, within a week he showed up, right?
Yeah.
Biden has no respect for the people, just Americans in general. It's sad. Yeah, and I mean, Hawaii as well. Did you guys ever hear about the blue roofing situation in Hawaii?
Oh.
You guys haven't heard about that? So remember how the fire happened? The big fire. So if you look into it, you can find this on X or Twitter. They'll post it on there. I think that's the only site it was available on. But all the elites, for example, Oprah, I think Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Bill Gates, the guy who owns Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, all their houses before the fire happened, they painted their houses blue. Well, guess what happened to those houses that were painted blue? The fire, manufactured fire, went over all of the blue houses, not damaging it at all, including Oprah's $20 million home there. And she had the nerve to bring people socks or something. She should have offered her house, right? Or give them the money, not freaking socks or boxers or whatever the hell it was that she brought to Hawaii. But yeah, look into the blue thing. That's not a conspiracy theory. A lot of people are talking about that. Like, before these fires are going to start going off all around the country, paint your house blue or something like that. I've been seeing a lot of people do that throughout the country.
That's so. Well, I'm painting my house red and dying.
That's what I think I'm doing.
That's funny. Also, we have some people watching. If you guys want to join, let me know. We're going to start doing these talks, or try to do it at least 5 days a week. So please like, comment, and subscribe. We are doing this for my YouTube channel. We are also on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Also, have you guys heard about what's going on in New York? And I don't think it's just happening in New York, but it's being well seen in New York. And they have pretty much, the cops are gone, right? And they have the military there instead. And they're not telling the people at all why they are there, but I have a really good hunch. You know Laura Loomer, either of you?
No.
Oh, she's huge Trump loyalist. She's huge on Twitter. If you have Twitter, follow her. But she said that the police respect Trump, they support Trump, and the upcoming court date, they plan on arresting Trump. And because the cops stand down and said they refuse to arrest him, they are using the military to do it. They said that, well, that's supposedly, and I mean, Laura Loomer is always right on what she reports, but she says that's what's coming. They're going to arrest Trump on his court hearing date, which I think it's in a week. I think it's right after the debate, and then they're going to use the military to arrest him. Communism right in front of us happening.
I'm not surprised.
They have spent millions and millions and millions of dollars on this fake charge with this fake woman. they take the word of a prostitute over a respectable president who's a germaphobe.
Right.
He's not like that. He's very particular, and rightfully so. So it's all bullshit. Sorry.
Is this the rape? Is this the rape one that's coming up?
Well, I don't know. I don't know which it was. I don't even understand any of their charges. My point is,
Neither.
all this time and energy to make up trumped up things,
Yeah.
or fake charges, but they haven't spent any money to find out who tried to kill him, who murdered Corey Compatori. You know, start looking into that. Oh, did you see the it was some sort of, I don't know people's names, and he was some sort of person that works like in the law system and the judicial system, and somebody was in a bar and they videotaped him having a whole conversation, and he said, oh, they're just obsessed with Trump, they're making up charges. So it's a, did you see that?
I
Oh,
didn't.
I
wouldn't be surprised.
yeah, I can try to look it up if you want, but I don't know how to attach it to
Ruth, you need to download X, because I'm telling you, that is the place to get your news. Especially,
I just got
Yeah.
X old, and I don't have my kids to teach me to figure out how to manage it very well. Because I'll try to look up Borgino, and then I get 800 names, you know, so I'm difficult. I'm limited. I'm old.
Well, just so you know, in the next 2 weeks, we have a Trump event. Me and my dad are going. So if you want to come, I could show you how to use X the day on that day. But in 2 weeks, there's a huge Trump event, just so you know.
Where?
In Rockland, California.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to go. I'm going to do some interviews. If you want to join, you can as well. Just want to let you know while it's still in my mind.
Yeah, let me know ahead of time, way of time. You know, that'd be great. I'd love
Definitely.
to come.
Do you have any Trump events in your area, Squidman?
I don't think so, but I do see a lot of people wearing MAGA hats and
Damn, I'd
waving
love to
flags.
Hell yeah. Same here. California, surprisingly, a lot more red lately, especially.
Everybody I meet, I go to get my hair trimmed. The girls Trump. I go to get anywhere I go. People on the street, they're all Trump.
Yeah.
And people are all Trump.
Right.
Huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say, for my job, I can't go into much detail, obviously, but I deliver packages, and I deliver in some very woke areas. But I would say majority of the state, which I've driven through multiple driving companies, all red, besides 2, and that's parts of Sacramento, and I would say Davis, and those are the areas I happen to be driving in lately. And you see a lot of no agenda 47. She's going to push the orange man out. And then so much Walt's just support. And I mean, if your own family, as you guys know, Walt's own family just endorsed Trump. If your own family doesn't even support you, that should tell people something. But the problem is Democrats don't know shit about policy. They don't vote off policy. They vote off their feelings and what makes them feel good inside.
Truthfully, that's quite embarrassing that his whole family's voting for Trump.
Yes. Very embarrassing.
It's an entire, the left just picks agendas. If it's not green energy, it's woke or something else. And so they can launder money, either a war or whatever. They launder money. And so they pick all these little side things and they write all these bills, and then they get $3 billion for it. They spend $2 million and pocket the rest to their friends. And it's exposed. Everybody's onto them. That's why they are panicking to not lose.
Yep, exactly. And speaking about what you were just saying, this next story I saw actually has to do with that. So I wanted to for us to react to it, if you guys don't mind. And I'll read it out real quick, just in case you can't see it. Beware of Arizona Mills Mall non-English speakers. Pretty much there's illegals now. This video has blown up in the comments and are full of people saying illegals are now at the mall doing this. So pretty much, man almost had his daughter stolen, and he was there. I noticed a dude cut me off from behind, like in between me and my daughter, some Mexican cat that can't even speak English. Pretty much, kids are just getting snatched up in random places now if you're not paying attention. So you need to make sure you have your kid with your hand just right by your side these days.
This hurts, man. This hurts.
It does. It's sad. We got to always say, protect the children, save the children. and they're brainwashing them, indoctrinating them, telling them they're racist because their skin color at young ages while pushing this gender crap on them. I feel like this next generation just has no hope. But you know what? Trump's bringing it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Something I used to hear back in 2016 when I was still in high school was that everyone said they were going to move to Canada if Trump won, but they never did it, you know?
Yep, that's true. They're all talk. It's all talk. And the same people that said that are doing the same thing again, saying the same stuff again. It's nothing new.
I might go ahead and move then.
Right?
And it's the media propaganda. They are portraying that people actually like the left, that they're just treating us like idiots. They will not report the actual problems in Aurora, Chicago, New York. They won't report it. They report the real problems and over-report the fluff. And
Yep.
they are just as I know. Here's an old lady wisdom. In everything in life has a price. I mean, if you buy something, you pay with money. But if you make a choice and compromise your values or injure other people, there is a spiritual price for that. And it's,
yeah.
whether you want to call it karma or at the end or whatever, but when we have to, it doesn't just disappear. So if you're a media person and you're lying to 17 billion people every day, that's a big price, to pay.
Yep.
I almost feel like I got to pray for these people because it's not looking good.
Yep. Yep.
Be responsible. I could never do that. I could never, ever do that. Ever. And all the money in the world would not be worth it to me.
I agree 1000%. And what were you saying?
I'll say this right here. If all this woke stuff is going on until like 2030 or 2040, if it's still going on, then I highly recommend people homeschool their kids.
Yeah, I'd say now. I mean, I'd say it's just straight communism in our face, just Marxism, as I like to call it, DEI. But yeah.
I'm inclined to think, after hearing RFK discuss the poisonous food and all the unhealthy stuff we've been eating, I tend to think that they have too many hormones in their diet, which made them hormonally imbalanced in their teenage years. And rather than admit we hurt them, they're going to invent this gender situation. It's a made up condition to cover up
it's a cult. It's a cult.
Yeah.
It's a cult.
That's definitely a cult.
I mean, and these same clowns will say, don't force your God and your Christian values on us. Well, no one's forcing any of that on them. I mean, they throw a tantrum about saluting and pledging allegiance to the flag while they are teaching porn in these sex books to minors in classes and telling them how to use strap-ons, by the way. Literally porn. I've seen books talking about giving blowjobs, how to meet dudes on Grindr. This is just straight up pedophilia in the open, and the left supports it 100% because we're the party of acceptance, as they say.
Truthfully, that kind of shit should not be allowed in school in general, at all.
Disgusting. It's disgusting.
That's it. I can't. My kids are grown, and my daughter's about to have a baby, and I'm sure she'll homeschool. She would never tolerate this. But even she's pregnant now, and when she was first pregnant, she said, "I'm having a hard time finding a non-woke pregnancy book." They're writing books now as the birth partner and a chest feeder.
I'm just laughing because it's so ridiculous. Oh yeah, you can't call a mom anymore. You call them a birthing person because it offends the dudes pretending to be a woman.
Oh well, guess what? I got news for them. I'm calling my mom. So cry about it,
When they go to adopt a dog at the pound, do they say, "Do you want a boy or a girl? I mean, do you want a male or a female?"
Right.
Do we have to change tools? There's male, female tools. Do we have to change the whole terminology for tools?
Right. Yeah. Also, I didn't mean to change the subject, but I kind of found 2 other videos that I wanted us to react to, if you don't mind, and then we could speak about it. It's just in regards to what illegal aliens are getting because the Democrat Party is funding it. I have 2 different videos, and one of them is a black guy who is saying Trump was right about everything, and the other one is illegal actually saying what the Democrats are providing per month for these illegals. So, yeah, it's gonna probably get your blood boiling, but what do we expect from the Democrat Party?
Well, I got ice right next to me, so I'm good on that.
My bad. You said you got ice next to you.
Yeah, I got ice right here, so my blood's gonna stay cool.
Good.
I got 2 cars, 2 cars, 2 shirts, everything right there. But then I look down the street, and they got these people down here, man. They got their house bigger than mine. It's 5 families staying up in the 4 families staying up in the house. Everybody get food stamps. Everybody illegal, and they doing better than me. They got 3 F-150s in the yard, a work truck in the yard, a little Camaro. Goddamn, man. See, this is my tax money. This y'all tax money, man. You got to pay for their housing now. You got to pay for their food. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay if they hurt themselves. And it's all they're supposed to be committing crimes by being illegal in the United States, and we got to pay our tax money for it. Explain it to me, man. They down there, they balling down there. I'm down here barely making it. Me and my wife got a good job, and I'm barely making it, and they down there balling. Come on, man, and I'm paying.
Yep, and our taxes are funding all this. Also, there's a new report that James O'Keefe released today. There was like a bill passed or something passed. I'll look it up after this. How the federal government is now not arresting these illegals because the Democrats are allowing it. So they're pretty much allowed to shoot and attack these cops with no repercussions.
No, they're not. They can't. Why? This is insane.
I'm looking in.
Let me keep.
I'm looking in your chat. I'm looking in the chat on YouTube. This guy, Caffeine Zombie. He's
the dude I was talking about in the person. I don't really care for him. He's the one that I debated back in the day, who I said defended pedophiles and pedophilia, and that thing when children were in the Pride Parade and the people were pissing on each other and peeing in the public naked, and he defended it and said, as long as the parents are fine with it, then I'm fine with it. And that's right at that point. That's when I stopped talking to him. So he knows it. I've said it before.
This guy's
he
a
can
fucking
say what he
moron.
wants. I don't give a shit what he says.
He's a moron.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he's a nice guy. Don't get me wrong. He's been nice, which you never see for a liberal because they're usually very deranged. But when you start defending open pedophilia in the open with kids around, that's where you lose me. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's just what I think, at least. So, yeah. Have you debated him in the past? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Ruth.
No, I'm not interested. I was saying I almost feel sorry for these woke kids. It's like they had nowhere to belong. So somebody said, come and be woke. And they, I don't think these people really want to. I can't find it now, but there are documentations of people that had this ghastly surgery. They all regretted it. And they, very remorseful and the S word and terrible repercussions, Yeah. And these doctors, I'm a retired nurse. You take an oath not to cause harm.
Yeah.
People.
We got to be careful on what we talk about this stuff, because CommieTube has blocked me and a Chicago conservative for 2 weeks before. But he said y'all need to actually study biology, sociology, and history before talking about gender. No, we don't. We can actually speak about what we see, and what we speak about are young kids and young adults who, with no long-term studies, are getting their shit cut, dude. There's no long-term studies of this. So you can continue to say that the woke agenda has been around since the 30s, but when in our country's history did we use the kids as guinea pigs? Huh? Please answer me that. And also, there's stuff they're giving to these kids, they give to pedophiles. You guys know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're little. It just doesn't make sense saying I need to educate myself. No, I don't. When you're confusing kids at young ages, I don't need to do nothing besides protect the kids. You're okay with that grooming of children, not me. So deuces. That's how I think about that. Sorry, Ruth, you were saying something. I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
It's probably controversial, so I'll stop.
So I would say when it comes to talking about the pandemic and like into cutting type stuff, but if you I don't even know these days. I'm just so like on edge. Like I feel like I got to be careful, you know what I mean, about what I say and what we talk about. It's
Well,
Like speaking code.
yeah, just in regards to big pharma and the pandemic. Gotta keep
yeah.
that offline. But also the last video I had two. This one's even shorter. I just wanted to show you. This is exactly what the Democrats in Chicago are giving illegals on a monthly basis.
No, $15,000 in food stamps and $5,000 cash money. No, $15,000 in food stamps and $5,000 cash money monthly. Every month they're getting that. Yes, and they're getting 6 months free rent. But this was the first time I heard about it. Now that I've heard is 2 years free rent, getting Section 8 first prioritized before the citizens.
Wow. So the Venezuelan migrants that are coming in here, they are getting 6 months free rent, $15,000 in food stamps, and on a credit card, $5,000 cash. Oh my goodness! How do the people in Chicago feel about that?
Well, people are angry because there's a lot of
Yeah. So 5,000, what is it? 5,000 cash and 15,000 a month EBT plus half a year to 2 years free housing off our taxes.
I hope that's $1,500. I've never had $20,000 a month in my life.
I mean, when I got EBT, it was I think 290. Now these motherfuckers are getting thousands.
That money
Yeah.
could be going to people like us.
Yeah, homeless veterans, Americans.
Homeless Americans, whether you're a veteran or not.
Yeah.
No, it could be going for a lot.
Oh, sorry, it went out there. I didn't hear you. What'd you say, Ruth?
Nothing. I just said that money could go for to feed our citizens, our veterans.
Yeah, it's sad, very sad. And then
Just sorry.
Oh, you're good. Go. You're fine, bro.
Just the other day I was out. I saw like 6 cars being sold. I saw people selling their cars. I drove past like 6 of them. And these are really, really good cars and trucks.
Uh-huh.
It's disappointing,
Yeah, no one can afford just basic living anymore unless you get help or you find a good deal or you struck it and got lucky.
Yeah.
Very sad. Well, is there anything else you guys want to talk about or what? Any topics in specific?
Just I have a few things. What is our how do we make sure our vote will be safe in California? What is your suggestion?
Well, so this upcoming event we're going to be going to, if you do come with me in Rockland, which I will be there, I'm going to be interviewing everyone, and I actually am in contact with the guy who created the event, and they have people that are going to be part of the counting of the vote, like lawyers that are going to be there, like poll watchers, all those events. So people to get in contact with those people, they'll be at the event. So I kind of should have got more information. I regret not doing it, but we could do it this time for sure. So that would be the place, this next event, to get all that information, because I'm telling you, I think California easily is red if we have one-day voting and voter ID.
I agree.
Yeah.
A lot more red people here than they say.
Oh yeah, and it's funny because I've only done 3 interviews, but I've talked to about almost 100 people, and there's only been one Kamala supporter. Everyone's been for Trump, and all the comments I also get on TikTok every day, all day, I've probably had about at least 100 comments since posting my last interview saying in all areas of California, all for Trump, every single one, besides like one that was in Davis, and I was like, oh, figures, of course. Super woke area, of course, can be for Kamala.
Well, if they're woke, then I'm asleep, and I prefer to stay asleep.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, we need to make sure. I really hope that Trump and the Republicans have a plan in order. Supposedly they're using more lawyers and attorneys. They're going to be there watching to make sure nothing happens this time around. But it looked like last election, they were literally like pushing people out, talking about a water leak in Georgia. And then in Wisconsin, I believe they were covering up the windows. And then in Arizona, the machines cut off. And I mean, I'm seeing stories on a daily basis now coming out on X, which is the only free speech platform now, that talk about how the election was, you know what, not
Yeah.
fair, and how
Oh,
someone
yeah.
didn't truly win it.
I know.
Also, God bless Elon Musk for buying
Yeah.
Twitter.
Amen. That's
Yes.
true. Thank
Did
you,
you?
Elon.
Yes. Thank you, Elon. Did you guys see how Trump's going to use them in his next administration?
Clean house.
No, so supposedly,
I do.
well, that would be. So supposedly he will be in charge of the financing, like pretty much looking into what the government is spending money on. And who better than to Elon Musk be in that position? So he'll be pretty much tracking what's being spent to make sure there's not some BS bogus crap going on or people are taking our money and spending it on bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I support
think
that idea.
Dream Team got RFK, Vance, Vivek. Oh man.
Tulsi.
Yeah, Tulsi
He's
Gabbard.
also got Tucker Carlson.
Yes. Yes, I love Tucker. Candace Owens, love her.
There was a mayor, I think, and I think, don't quote me, maybe the Palm Springs area. He just packed everything up and left and moved to Tennessee or something. He didn't even finish his term. He said, I'm out. And they interviewed the street and they said, are you loading the U-Haul as a statement? He goes, you're darn right I am.
Who are you talking about?
I'll try to find it. It was a guy, it's a mayor here in California, Palm Springs or Palm something. And he said they interviewed him outside his house as he was loading up his U-Haul, and he bugged out. He said it's too evil, I think is the word he used. He can't be a Democrat. I mean, he's not even a Democrat. He was just a mayor. I don't know what his party was, but he was mayor. He said, I can't do this. And he packed up and he's leaving town, leaving the state. Came right out and said it's evil. I'll find it. I'll try. I'm so old and bad with that, but that's here in California.
You know, it's kind of a small world since all three of us are actually from California.
Well, California's more red than they'll admit.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think all these states are red if we have the proper things in place to protect the vote this time around.
Right.
There's still people there these days saying that this is the thing that I think is most funny about Democrats. They'll be like, well, all these Trump appointed judges and they took it to like 40 different and got denied by every judge. Did you guys, and I always like to ask these people, did you guys even listen to the people who were in attendance at these hearings, like what they were saying, what they saw, they worked there at these events, what they were told at these events, what we saw on camera, and you're going to continue to play stupid and act like there wasn't no effery in this election. It just blows my mind. People are still saying till this day, oh, it was the most fair election in history. Caffeine Zombies is one of those people, by the way.
Well, I'm sorry for people that they're just brainwashed, I think. I feel bad for these young kids.
Most of the people my age are technically brainwashed. And I'm surprised I didn't end up like them.
How old are you?
I'm actually 24.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, younger men these days are full on the Trump train. That's what I'm hearing. It's, I think, younger liberal single women, right? That are more liberal. I believe that's the case.
My daughter's not woke. She's tolerant. She's polite.
I was just about to ask.
No, she's pregnant and married. And I mean, she has friends that are kind of woke, but last friend she had like that turned into a horrible person. So, they're just regular kids. My son's, he's totally voting for Trump, but he doesn't want to listen to any politics. He just wants to write music all day. So,
nice.
Okay.
But all my nieces, my except for one uncle and my 3 adult sisters are all pro-Trump, and their kids are mostly pro-Trump, except my one sister. Her kids live in Davis, and they're totally they're very pro.
That's funny you said Davis. I was just saying how woke that city is.
It's strange.
Yeah, they got the rainbow flags all out there and their little Trump is a threat to our democracy signs that I see a lot of out there.
You know what? Just because of all those stupid rainbow flags, I want to replace them with American flags because that's what they should really be putting up.
Yes, agree 100%. And it's an insult to our veterans. I really believe that.
Now, I really don't.
Oh,
I don't really mind anyone's sexuality or their choices of life if they're like 18 or over, you know?
Yeah. Yes, that's the key. 18, an adult.
And that's exactly what I was going to say, is that it's not your identity. I mean, what I do under the sheets, well, especially at my age, for God's sake, you don't want to hear about that, but I promise you, that's at least, but you understand it's not.
No, we understand.
I like to ride motorcycles. I like painting. I like Mozart. I like this rap music. I like horses. Though that's who I believe in. This values. My favorite color is red. I mean, whatever. It's your identity is not what you do in private. And I know people that are gay that are totally offended by the woke.
Yep, me too.
Yeah.
It's
one of my friends is transgendered, and they don't even like all that woke stuff.
Yeah, because I just when you involve the kids, that's when it's and I mean like it goes. Yeah, and I mean there's literally no long-term studies on sex changes. This is all really new. Like then now they're doing it like it's like in style, and they're doing it to kids. And on top of that, if parents don't go along with it in some states, they can take your kid away. They're doing that in California. They're doing that in Canada. They're doing that, in a lot of places, actually.
That's fucking bullshit because they're kids. They have no idea what the hell they're doing.
Exactly. One day they want to be a firefighter. The next day they want to be a god or like a superhero or something.
And one of my brothers, when he was a kid, he wanted to like become an evil genius.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Ruth?
Well, it's kind of personal, but when I was a teenager and becoming older, and having women body things happen to me, not that I really wanted to be a boy, but I just didn't really want to be a woman. I didn't want my chest to grow or have other things happen. So at that time, if somebody said, well, you could take this pill and you won't have your period anymore. Yep. And I was so young, I would have been, oh yeah, take it. Just because I didn't want to deal with it right then. When you're that age, you cannot think into the future.
Yeah.
I just wanted to fix right now, and I didn't want this messy underwear situation. So give me that pill.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful it wasn't available at that age.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Because those are the type of people, like they look for the most vulnerable kids who look like they're like dealing with something or bugged by, like, let's say what you did, like what you were, a very simple solution. It's just you're young, going through changes, and they'll be like, hey, let me give you this pill or tell you about this thing, right? Which is just terrible to do to young kids. It's terrible.
They're trying to sterilize our youth.
Yep, exactly. That's what it comes down to, 100%. And then then they go messed up because it messes with them growing up, like going through puberty normally. I've read into this, and Matt Walsh actually did a story on this and exposed a lot about the transgender movement. For instance, pedophiles created the whole ideology, and they were raping and torturing these kids as young as, I think it was 1 year old. And they call it science. Yeah, it's disgusting.
That's not science.
That's why I get very upset and have no patience for people who defend this type of ideology. It's disgusting, and I think it's just Satan worship, kind of, in a way.
It is.
That's just evil.
It is. And it's sad, very sad. I did find a video though, because I know we're all probably pissed and irritated for a second to kind of cheer us up. It's very funny reaction. It's one of my favorite YouTubers. They did this as a prank. They're hardcore Trump supporters, but they go out to Trump areas and they'll like put their signs and terrace walls on people's front doors and record their reactions.
Hi. Hello there. Hi, I work for the Harris and Waltz campaign. I want to
Take it out.
No, I'm going to leave it there because.
No, you're not going to leave it there.
Oh, why?
Because I can't stand them.
Do you not support tampons in men's bathrooms?
No, I don't support tampons in men's bathrooms.
Why?
Because tampons are for women. Where are they going to stick it up their ass? Get the fuck out of here.
Well,
Get it out of my property.
It looks good there, though. Wait, don't touch my sign. Touch my sign.
I don't give a shit. They're a bunch of fucking communists.
You didn't address me by my pronouns.
What are you? He, she? Transgender.
I'm
That's it. That was amazing, wasn't it?
Same thing.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Oh my god, I love that. I want to see it, but they haven't released the whole video yet. I've been waiting for it for a while now. I want to see the whole. Wasn't that amazing though? Oh my god, that was funny. I love that.
That was amazing.
I agree.
I saw a
Hey,
video
it's good to know where she stands, though.
I saw a video today where they had some kid, he was on a bicycle crying his eyes out, and you could hear the guy behind him. He was from the United States, and the guy on the ground was one of those Venezuelan guys, and they intervened when he stole this lady's purse, and they were cussing him out left and right, and they said, I hope we bash your teeth in. You're not doing that around here. I mean, people are policing.
Damn.
Oh, excuse me. So it was funny though, the way he was crying like a baby. But he got
That's
caught.
funny.
He got whooped.
Dang, we've been here for 42 minutes already. Well, I
Jeez,
do have
what is that, man?
I do have to go eat, unfortunately. Dang, it was great talking to you guys though. I'd love to talk to you guys again tomorrow if you guys are available.
Thank you for inviting us.
Of course.
I'm available.
And then also Ruth, there might be an event this weekend. It was just messaged. I'll let you know about that if there is. Too bad Squidman isn't in California.
I would join you guys in a heartbeat,
Heck yeah.
but I don't have the money to fly. I don't have the money to fly back over there.
Expensive.
You don't want us to be here. Trust me. Be glad where you are, kiddo.
Yes. Yes.
I am glad.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you have a great night. Thanks for joining me, and we'll talk tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
All right.
All right.
Talk to you
Sounds
tomorrow.
good.
All
Have a
right.
great
Have a good
night.
night. Both of you.
Bye.